Hey guys, so I'll come right back to a topic that I mentioned before already, and that is this pressurous feeling when you're doing something. For example, in my case, like, breakfast, making breakfast, eating breakfast. In some cases, maybe when I'm with people or when I am somewhere but at my working space, for example, at home at my editing space. And that is like this pressurous feeling that I sometimes get, I just noticed that I'm in a certain rush of energy, of pure, raw, ambitious energy when I'm working on my project, and maybe you can relate to that. And I just figured like I really have to structure my day. Let's say it's a day of editing, editing like a music video, right, or a YouTube video. I really noticed that I need to structure that to get the best out of it, because, for example, when I'm in a real energy rush, I'm working like 2 hours like on a video already, and it's like I'm having the best time, right? I'm so passionate about that, and then I'm like, okay, now I should eat something, slowly. Just do a break, maybe shut down my computer, go into the kitchen, and then it starts, and then I feel like, oh shit, but I should actually keep working, because the minutes go by and time flies and everything, and I don't know, and I see breakfast as this thing that stands in between me and my work, and which shouldn't be the case, but it's like that. I struggle to focus on my breakfast, on making the breakfast, which is also important, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to pressure myself. I still feel this pressure, that I need to go right back to work. Even if I just do breakfast, eat breakfast for half an hour, it's still like this pressurous feeling. So what I did now is like I just wrote down like a potential routine, and maybe that could work for you too. I think I already tried it once, but maybe not often enough to see like how well it's working. But I figured if I would wake up and I do some sport and I eat breakfast right after the sport, and before my first working session, that I then don't put too much pressure onto the editing session because I already ate breakfast, and then I'm able to work. After my first working session, let's say until 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. and then I'll do a quick break and I just go outside for a short walk, 10 minutes around the block or something. Really go outside. I really gotta try that, but I think it will help with that. So I would go outside, take a walk, come back with a fresh mind, and then I will eat some lunch, and I will just observe myself if that's, if that helped, if I still get this pressurous feeling or not. Because I feel like the only reason why this pressurous feeling inside us, remains when we end our work session, and spend some time with our people or enjoy a meal or anything else. I think the only reason is because we are so passionate about it. We are in this creative rush, and like you almost don't want to get out, but at some point you do. And yeah, and I guess that's why it feels like, you're like someone pulling you out of this creative rush, and after that it just sticks on the back of your mind. You don't want to think about it. You want to focus on your people, on your meal, but it's still there, and you just want to get back. And I guess that itself is not a bad thing. It shows that you're passionate about it. But I think if you want to focus on something else, which is also important, until you get back to work, then maybe you should do something like that, to distract yourself, even if it's for an hour. And yeah, I gotta try that too, like just to go outside right after my work session, to let it slide and then be able to focus again. Let me know if you face something like similar, if you can relate to that, or if not, if I'm just talking stuff that doesn't make sense, let me know, and see you in the next one.